You guys are just joining our first episode of Love and Basketball. This is our podcast where we discuss things like relationships, leadership, and how that pertains to sports and romantic relationships. So I'm here with Jeremiah Ward. Jeremiah is actually a close friend of mine. We went to high school together. We competed against one another, but it wasn't really competing because I wasn't good. Anyway, so we're going to kick this thing off. Well, before we move into it, you want to plug in your IG information?
Instagram is jwardhooper22. You can see it on the screen there. YouTube, same thing, jwardhooper22. And your IG is?
Jason Black Swan on IG.
So go check us out. Go check him out and support.
Again, and you can find these in the information box below the YouTube channel, so they'll be plugged there. So we're going to get right into it. Your relationship status right now?
I was about to say fiance. About to get married.
Okay. And your favorite player?
Basketball player.
Basketball player.
Michael Jordan, hands down.
Mike Jordan. So.
Oh wait, for a current player is LeBron James.
Oh, you do like LeBron?
I do.
Okay. All right, and then your favorite team?
I don't have a team anymore. I just like the whole sport of basketball. If the game is good, I'll watch it.
See, and that's why I asked that, because a lot of people now, I don't know if it's a new trend or whatever, but they'll say, I don't have a favorite team, I got a favorite player. And for me, I don't like that, because you bandwagon hopping. So not only when the Warriors start winning and you ain't had no team, you rooting for the Warriors.
Like, that been my team.
I've been with this for years. Okay, good. So here is one of the all-time greatest questions I think that anybody can ask a basketball player. What is your favorite basketball movie?
That's hard. Of course, Love and Basketball. That's the one. But basketball movie?
I thought you were gonna say Rebound.
Ooh, hey, I like crack that movie though. You have Glory Road.
Mm-hmm.
I like the one with Kyrie Irving and all them in there.
Uncle Drew?
Uncle Drew.
Uncle
But
Drew's pretty
there was
good.
really hooping in there.
Yeah.
And the acting was actually decent. It was decent. It wasn't great, but it was decent.
Okay.
That's probably like the most decent movie of real basketball players ever
Yeah.
filmed in the big cinema.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Okay. So I asked that question particularly.
Wait.
Go ahead.
The air up there, blue chips, and then he got game.
Yeah, okay. All right. But if you had to pick one that you could recommend to a youngster in 2022, next year. So if
Basketball movie like that?
Yeah, to watch.
For knowledge or just to watch?
No, just to
basketball?
watch. If you're a hooper and you ain't seen this, you ain't really know a hooper like that.
Oh, Above the Rim.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. My bad. I forgot about that. Woo, that one
You
hard.
gotta watch Above the Rim.
That's the first. That's number one. Above the Rim for sure.
Okay. All right. So let's segue into this. Space Jam.
The first one. The first one.
Okay. All right. Why? What's the difference for you?
Because everybody could connect on that, any age level. The cartoons, we came up with the cartoons, and it was in the second one it was different.
Okay.
Because first one you had Michael Jordan, you knew his journey and stuff, and it made it seem like he came back because of Looney Tunes, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But they had real actors on there also. They made it better. Space Jam 2, it was like everybody on there couldn't act, so it was hard.
Oh, wow.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right.
It was horrible.
Look, I will say this. So I haven't watched it all the way through, but I've seen probably like 40% of it on two different occasions. One being last night. Last night was my brother's 40th, as you know, so we were there hanging out.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. I love you, man. So the kids wanted to stay and watch it because he had put the movie on. And I sat and watched a little bit more of it. And like I said, the first time I watched it, I really wasn't a fan, but even though I'd only kind of watched it here and there, didn't like it at all. After watching it last night, I was like, okay, I want to sit down and watch the whole thing.
The graphics were good.
Yeah.
Other than that, I was just like, it was all over the place. The storyline was off. I think they should have did it to where the old ones tried to come back and do revenge. Then you team up with Jordan, at least have him a little bit in there.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Something to relate to the last one, and then go on and do it like more LeBron.
Well, I'll say this.
I feel the whole movie was that was the LeBron movie because everything was praising LeBron the whole time.
Well, there was a funny part toward the end, and Mike did show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. It was
did.
good. That was
He
good.
did.
I'm not going to ruin it for those or spoil it for those who haven't seen it yet, but make sure you guys go and see that. I'm not really a overly aggressive fan for LeBron, but I will say check out the movie. All right?
Support.
Check that movie out. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to start intertwining the idealistic parts of love and relationship along with the sport of basketball. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be interesting.
We're fine.
Question number 1 is, when did you first fall in love?
I first fell in love with basketball.
Nope, that's the second question. When did you first fall in
fell
love?
in
Period.
love.
Period. Whether you think it was in the 3rd grade, because you know.
Oh, kindergarten.
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 What was her name, man?
Vanessa Vasquez. I know the first and last name. Right? Vanessa Vasquez, yes, kindergarten. Miss Gruber's class. Yep.
Okay.
No Tamarin.
Shout out to No Tamarin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And why didn't that work out for you?
Kindergarten. I was trying to focus on school, man.
See, I was just trying to color, baby.
Right.
That's all I want to do is color, do my ABCs. Good, good. Okay, now when did you fall in love with the sport of basketball?
Man, like 4.
Okay.
I had this on VHS this tape called Superstars, NBA Superstars, and it has highlights of different players. So it have like Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, whatever, and each player had their own segment with music on it.
Okay.
And when I seen that, I was like, yo, like I want to be like that.
Okay.
I'm from then on it's strictly basketball.
Okay. Good, good. That's something that a lot of people always think about as far as their superstars, LeBron, and when did he start playing and when did he fall in love and everything. So that's good. Good to know. Okay. So next question is, what does leadership look like in a relationship? And then also, what does leadership look like in the sport of basketball?
It's a thin line because you can lead from example on the court, off the court. On the court, you lead by example, and then people will follow you if you lead by example. And before you can be a leader, I think you need to serve. So if a leader never serves and works, how can you lead? If a leader of a company, CEO of a company, you never see him do anything or work, that's not good leadership to me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I played, I wanted to do by example. Sometimes I was mouthy to my teammates to lead like that, but for the most part, I led by example, and it was on them if they wanted to follow me or not.
Okay.
And yeah, so in a relationship, I think that you need to lead by both example and communication.
Okay.
But their actions always speak louder than words, though. So
Okay.
you can say all this stuff about leading and I'm trying to help this and that, but if you don't show that person you're trying to lead or show that person about love them, then they're never going to believe it.
Okay. Okay, good.
You about to start crying, huh? That's what I'm talking about, man. Lead like that.
No, good. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So earlier you stated that you're engaged.
Yes.
Um,
I'm fiancéed.
Fiance. That's what you said. So what attracted you to your soon-to-be wife, the soon-to-be missus?
Personality, off top.
Okay.
Off top. First time we met, she got out the car doing a sideways dance. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it was weird. And I was like, first of all, she has personality. Like, that just, I was like, okay, cool. From then on, it was the whole personality thing. Like, the way she talked, the way she made me laugh. Because fellas want to laugh too, ladies.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed.
We tried doing all the jokes. Personality was crazy, man. And she didn't take nothing personal. She still doesn't. And it's a whole nother level when it's just about that.
Okay, good. So with style of play, how would you describe your style of play?
Monte Ellis.
Okay. So what attracted you to that style of play? Was it him and himself?
I want to play like Michael Jordan.
Okay.
But my body type, the way I move wasn't like Michael Jordan.
Okay.
of course, when I was coming up, Monte Ellis wasn't like known like that until he got to the NBA. But once I saw him, I was like, that's me. And it was another player, Aaron, somebody that played on Chicago Bulls, point guard, bow-legged. My brother told me I played like him, and I was like, yeah, I see it. But those players have all-around games as guards. But my style of play is make sure everybody gets the ball first.
Okay.
Everybody get comfortable. Because everybody feels comfortable, everybody feels wanted, then they're going to play wanted. They're
Okay.
going to be valued more. And when you feel valued, you're going to work harder.
Okay.
So if you feel undervalued, you'll be like, dang, I'm doing all this work. Ain't nobody valuing me. So
Yeah.
what's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
From the first person off the bench to the last, I always treated everybody the same. Like, I didn't hang out with just, oh, I'm going to hang out with the stars of the team. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, if you didn't get no burn all season, you still rolling with us.
Cool. Okay. So I think you're alluding to maybe Aaron Brooks. He's the
Aaron
only Aaron
Brooks.
that,
That's it.
only
That's
Aaron that I
Aaron
know
Brooks.
of.
Yeah, Aaron Brooks,
Okay. Yeah, I think Aaron's still kind of working out. I'm not sure if he's pursuing anything, but I think I
Overseas.
follow something on IG and I follow him a little bit. Yeah, he's a good ball handler. He gives me a lot of tips. Okay. And so back to the relationship side. In today's society, is there still a place for marriage?
In today's society,
Yeah, the way that
they're,
you see.
they're trying to make it like no.
Yeah, the way that you see.
It's always, it's always happening. It's still going on. It's still possible. But I think, for what I see, they're trying to make it to where we can be together, but we don't have to be married.
Correct.
Because love is love, and you don't have to have a certificate in order to say you're married.
Yeah. So what I want to do is research in years past has proven that marriages all across the board, but especially in the black community, are down,
Yeah.
where they used to be up. In my mind, off the top, I attribute that to things like slogans of "get your bag" and "you don't need no man."
Be independent.
Yeah, be independent, and the City Girls mantra, the Cardi B mantras and
Yep.
stuff like that,
Yep.
where you're showing a lack of need for a man. Do you think that that's bleeding into the young women to where if a man is quote unquote not on their level? Because nowadays it's easier for a woman to be successful because women are a commodity that men are paying to be a part of and women are paying to be just like. They're in a position now to make a whole lot more money in today's kind of climate. So when they start making that money, there is a less of an appreciation for men because they feel like they're not on their levels.
Along with that mantra that's in the society.
Yeah, along with that mantra, I don't need a man. So now it's hard for a man or your everyday man to establish a relationship. Not only that, it's hard for a woman to even think about being in a relationship with a man who she deems as unvaluable. So do you think that's a contributing factor to why marriage isn't as valuable as it once was?
Well, from statistics, one of the number one reasons for divorces is financial stuff. It could be a number of things. But with that, I think it plays a part because we're so consumed by society, what society says and things like that, and the media, that when stuff is coming at us and beat us in the head with it, we start to have it subconsciously. That sticks with us. So when a woman gets, it could both sides. It could be both sides, men's and women. But for a woman, I have this great job. I want to have a man on the same level or more as me. And if I don't have that same level of financial stability that he has, or that's the same as her, I'm not going to respect him as much. I've seen it, and 9 times out of 10, it's like that.
Okay.
So that's why, for me, and that's the thing, people don't understand that at the end of the day, it's supposed to be love no matter how much somebody's making.
It should be.
Because if a man has a lot of money, he will for sure date a woman that works at McDonald's.
Yeah.
But if a woman has a lot of money, she's going to look down at a man that works at McDonald's. But then the whole thing of, hey, we want to be on the same level, like, come on, it should be the same level. Like, you should love no matter what, no matter if he's working at McDonald's or if he's the best doctor in the world making
Yeah.
a couple of million or whatever.
Okay, so foul or not? One of our second. So foul or not? You tell me. Is it foul for a man to put, let's say, preferences or stipulations on women, such as she's got to be a 10, maybe she has to be in this weight class, maybe she has to be fit? Is that foul? Just like we would say it might be foul for a woman to say, if he doesn't make X amount of dollars, I can't even look at him.
I think that's the difference though. Preference and financial stability is different to me.
Okay.
Because I could be like, okay, I don't care what she do as long as she has this type, she acts like this, blah, blah, blah. Everyone has a preference. There's no one in this world that says, I don't care who I get. They just have to be, everyone has, because.
People always say that though, especially women.
Yeah, and I always say, you got a preference, because if someone, not body shaming, would you date someone that's 500 pounds? And if they say no, you have a preference.
You have a preference. Exactly.
Period.
Yeah.
But 300-pound life, they do be married, and they be damn
Make
poor.
me a sandwich.
Please don't feed me. Don't feed me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
It's not a foul. It's not a foul.
it's not a foul?
No foul.
Okay.
Keep going.
All right. So
No.
this whole thing. Okay, so is it foul for a woman to go on 3 dates and never contribute to a bill?
No. No foul.
No foul?
No foul.
Is that customary?
Because to me, I'm old school.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're dating, if you're a man, you should pay for the meal, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you can't afford a meal, afford a meal that you can pay for.
Mm-hmm.
For me, when I was dating, I'm like, damn, I'm going on dates. I'm meeting, women and stuff. I'm trying to, meet people, see what's up. And I'm just, paying for meals. And some of these girls getting free meals.
Yeah.
Some of them didn't even finish them. Like, hey, box that up.
We gotta
Box
take that.
up.
We
Yeah.
gotta take that.
You want it? I'll take it. All right, if you don't want it, I'm gonna take it home. Like, it's like that. So I'm like,
Okay.
yo, financially, I was like just dishing out the money. And I'm like, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do from now on. Take this tip, fellas. Sing, fellas. If you take a girl out, and first of all, I don't know you. I don't know the girl.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not paying for something for you I don't know.
Yep.
So I'm gonna take it for ice cream or coffee. $5.
On the first date?
Under $5.
On the first date?
First date.
Okay.
If she can't be humble enough to just be like, like it's all about getting to know each other. You don't have to spend money to get to know somebody.
Okay, I
Right.
like that. I like
Right.
that. Do what you do, man. Do what you do.
No, you don't got to spend all that money to get to know somebody.
Mm-hmm.
If she's let's just say if she's a real one, from my perspective, you get more real ones doing that rather than spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on a date, because you're just impressing her with your money. She's
Yeah.
going to be impressed by the money, not you.
Yep.
So she's going to
took
go back
me-
to her friends. Oh, he took me here,
Got
he
me
spent
this.
this, and
Okay.
this. She's infatuated with the money and what you did for her, not the kind of man that you are.
Okay.
And that's going to cause problems later on, because when you don't give her that material stuff, then she's going to start tripping. She's going to wonder why.
Yeah, exactly. Good. So is it foul or not, for both men and women, to when you are talking or engaging with the opposite sex, to have other options available? Meaning talking to multiple people at one time.
It has to be,
Is it foul?
it has to be, ooh, that's a good one. Because when you have to go into the mindset of like, okay, I'm going to get to know this person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your focus should be on them.
You think so?
But if your focus isn't on them, you're like, okay, this is just an option. She's cool, but I'm looking for something else. But I'm gonna have her around
Mm-hmm.
until someone else comes.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Or I'm gonna have her around and I'm talking to this person too, but she don't know I'm on a date with this person. So I'm gonna see which one wins.
So you say that's a
It's
foul
like
then, huh?
stock. Basically, it's like stock.
Uh-huh. I'ma see
Which
which
one has a
one.
higher stock?
Uh-huh.
We're gonna have this player's stock just went up because he had a good game.
Yeah.
Fantasy basketball.
Fantasy basketball.
It's like that,
Yeah.
right? If you want to go that route, there's different routes. That's just one of them. Like, okay, I got a roster of 3. right? Right now.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep bouncing.
Yep.
Okay.
Last week she made me mad. Her stock went down. This week she did something weird. Her stock went down. Was a red flag. This one is still consistent.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Hacking in the paint, bro.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
This one taking charges for the team, so we're gonna keep her.
We're gonna keep her. You know what I'm saying? She's doing something good. She hustling out here.
But,
you know what I'm saying?
I think men and women do it though.
Yeah.
We do it. Of course we do it. Women do it too, especially nowadays, because I think women are the best people to do that because they're so slick with it, and they have an art that they do.
Yeah.
The same.
That's why they say men are dogs and women are cats because they sneaky with that.
Yep. But if you feed a dog, if you feed a dog,
be loyal.
He gonna be loyal to you like mine. Keep going, brother.
Good. Okay. Okay. All right. So I think we're gonna close out. This is the last, I believe, the last section. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have you name your top 5 players of all time.
Top 5 players of all time.
Top 5 players of
put
all
me in a
time.
thing like that. You better have people talking to me and stuff. You gotta go LeBron. LeBron in the NBA. LeBron is probably the most all-around player that I've seen come through the NBA, hands down. Okay. You got Michael Jordan. You be on his team, you're gonna win championships. I don't care how he treat his teammates. You want a ring, you're gonna do what he say, and you're gonna do your part. Period.
Okay.
Shaquille O'Neal,
Nice one.
the biggest,
Big D's.
yeah,
Big D's.
the most dominant center of
All
NBA.
time,
In NBA.
pretty much.
Yeah. Then you got see the other ones is just
That's 3. Give them to me. We
it's-
got 2 more. It doesn't have to be.
I'm gonna say I seen footage and I've seen stuff, so I'm gonna say Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
Dude was a beast. He was ahead of his time. I think if he plays now, he was still kill. His body was just built like a basketball player, and he moved. He was very athletic. Dude was crazy.
4 down, 1 to go.
See, I got 3 more. They're guards.
All right. But you gonna
Can I
keep
get
one
somebody
of
off the bench?
them. Nope. Nobody. You're starting 5.
All right, I'm
Your best
gonna
five.
do the one, and I'm gonna do the honorable
Yeah.
mention.
Okay.
Steve Nash.
Okay, Mr. Nasty.
Steve Nash.
Mr. Nasty.
Mr. Nash time. He can get you the ball. He can shoot. He can go to the hole. He's liability on defense though.
Who is it?
But I said, but
Who
yeah,
is it?
But who point guard? What
Who
point
is
guard
it?
is it? But he'll win championships if he's on the right team.
Okay.
I will give him the ball the last second.
Okay.
But
And that
honorable mention is Jason Williams, White Chocolate, and Allen Iverson.
AI.
AI. That's probably the one player I've seen come to the NBA that actually carried a team on his back.
Yeah. AI is probably one of the greatest players I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He's in, if I was to do a new top 50, he'd be in my top 5. Okay?
What's your top 5?
My top 5.
Let's flip it on you,
Okay.
brother.
So I don't do the top 5 greatest players. I do my top 5 players personally.
That's
to
my
me.
top 5.
Like, so don't laugh at my list, man.
This is Charles Barkley, Bill Cartwright,
No,
Mark Price.
this is mine. So, and these are guys that I loved, and I loved their games. Period. I think most of them are Lakers. So, I would go with number 1, Eddie Jones. He's my favorite player ever in the world. Don't ask me why. I just love the way Eddie hooped. So Eddie Jones.
Eddie was another. Y'all gonna disagree with this? Another Kobe.
He was a little bit before his time.
Yeah, he lived before his time. He played, moved everything like Kobe, but Kobe had more, of course, heart and
Yeah.
skill. But go.
So Eddie Jones. So I got EJ. I'm gonna go with Elo. I just love the way Elo get up and down the floor at about what they say about 6'10", 6'11".
Let them know who Elo is.
Lamar Odom for you guys that don't know that. That's Elo. You know, Elo was tough. I mean, can shoot the rock, can pound it, can pass it. So it's nothing like having a 4-man that can play 3, can rebound and push the tempo. Then I got Magic. You know, that speaks for itself. So when you got 2 bigs that can grab the rim, grab the ball at the rim and go, you deadly. And then I'm going with Big D's. I'm going with Shaq.
Oh,
You know,
hands down.
yeah. And then my last one is Cole. Is that 5?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's 5. Cole. You know, Cole speaks for itself.
forgot about Kobe.
Yeah, that was my list. That was on my list. They all just happen to be Lakers, but you know, I love those guys. Those are probably my all favorite players of all time. So yeah. So now,
So we saying all time or NBA?
well, I mean, all time at NBA,
I've seen players that never made the NBA. And I'm like, wow, like,
they good.
yeah. I'm gonna say one player's name,
I know you're gonna say.
Mark White. Point guard was crazy. Left hand, but he shot like he had right hand. He give you the ball, push the ball, shoot the ball. Just crazy, crazy game. His IQ was out this world. Super humble dude. He'd go in, have a double-double, come off the court like nothing happened. Like,
Nice.
super
Nice.
cool dude, man. And,
Nice.
and I just want to say that. Shout out, man, Mark White.
Okay. So do you follow WNBA?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I watch it. I support it.
So this section is the shoot your shot section.
Tia Cooper.
Shoot it. So here, we put 24 seconds on there. 24 seconds on the shot clock. Let's see you shoot your shot. Okay? Starting.
Wait, for what?
You're going to shoot your shot right now. You got 24 seconds
To shoot my shot to
to
what?
shoot your shot.
For what?
So whatever you want to say to her. If
Oh,
she
I
was
ain't
watching,
got nothing to say to her.
you ain't got nothing to say.
I'm engaged.
I said if you wasn't engaged.
She's an attractive.
If you wasn't
She's an
engaged.
attractive basketball player. Let's just say that.
That's all. So if that's all you tell her, I think you're attractive.
She wouldn't even talk to me because I'm not on her financial level. There you go. You see it?
All right,
Oh,
y'all.
wait. I was about to say something right now. I would say she is in the women's NBA, so I probably am
Yeah.
because they don't get paid much, which is
Ooh.
sad. They don't. Which
She
is
probably
sad.
got an endorsement.
Which
I
is
would
sad.
like to think that
I
she
think she
does.
was Jordan.
So I know you as well as myself. We're components for women's basketball.
Oh yeah.
You know, so we're hoping that they get that thing fixed and they start giving the women's league the type of money that they deserve. I'm not saying equal because I know there's got to be a lot of things in place for it to become equal, but I'm saying that even though they've just made some strides with that, I'm hoping that they boost that up a little bit more in the next coming years because these women are tremendous athletes out there, and they do a great job, an awesome job. So,
Great job.
you know, with that being said, that concludes this episode of the Love and Basketball podcast. Tune in for our next episode. Don't miss it.
Peace.
Peace.